Bordy's mind blower. My mind was blown. Hope your mind was blown. That's the only blowing I'm going to be doing. Get that one? Haha, joke. Next generation. Wait, let's see if I can do a good transition from this. All right, so we go from winged microchips that might just be flying all around like normal seeds. But now MIT has created glowing plants. Plants that can shoot their seed. No, I'm just kidding. Glowing plants. I think you get the point. The Next Generation of Glowing Plants by MIT News. Shout out MIT News. It'd be nice if I could get some of these people on my podcast, on my show. It's not a podcast anymore. It's a show because I'm showing people stuff. Using specialized nanoparticles embedded in plant leaves, MIT engineers have created a light-emitting plant that can be charged by an LED. After 10 seconds of charging, plants glow brightly for several minutes, and they can be recharged repeatedly. These plants can produce light that is 10 times brighter than the first generation of glowing plants, the research group reported in 2017. So this isn't the only time they've done this before. They have been working on this for a good amount of time. Definitely after this, going to put the people who did this study on the guest list so I can email them. But this is pretty fucking cool. So here's a quote. We wanted to create a light-emitting plant with particles that will absorb light, store some of it, and emit it gradually. This is a big step toward plant-based lighting. Creating ambient light with a renewable chemical energy of living plants is a bold idea. A professor of architecture at MIT and the author of the paper, who has worked with Stanos group on plant-based lighting, it represents a fundamental shift in how we think about living plants and electrical energy for lighting. The particles can also boost the light production of any other type of light-emitting plant, including those lab originally developed. Those plants use nanoparticles containing the enzyme luciferase. No idea if I pronounced that right, but that doesn't matter. Which is found in fireflies, so the thing from fireflies, to produce light. The ability to mix and match functional nanoparticles inserted into a living plant to produce new functional properties is an example of the emerging field of plant nanobiotics. So this is, what do they call it? What's that thing when you're like writing a document? So, annotation. Annotation. The reason I'm talking about this is because the amount of video games I've played, and there's just fucking incandescent plants just lighting shit up. Oh, this would be so fucking sick. I'm sure it's probably going to be fucking expensive, but I think the technology could be there, and it might be really fucking cool. Stano's lab has been working for several years in the new field of plant nanobionics, which aims to give plants novel features by embedding them with different types of nanoparticles. Their first generation of light-emitting plants contained nanoparticles that carry luciferase and luciferin, which work together to give fireflies their glow. Using these particles, the researchers generated watercress plants. Watercress plants that could emit dim light about 1,000th the amount needed to read for a few hours. In the new study, so that was 2017, now 2021, in a new study, Stano and his colleagues wanted to create components that could extend the duration of light and make it brighter. They came up with the idea of using a capacitor, which is a part of an electrical current that can store electricity and release it when needed. In the case of glowing plants, the light capacitor can be used to store light in the form of photons, then gradually release them over time. So this is the cool part. Okay. To create the light capacitor, the researchers decided to use a type of material known as phosphor. Pretty sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but whatever. pH. These materials can absorb either visible or ultraviolet light and then slowly release it as a phosphorescence glow. What? Oh god, fucking dyslexia, suck my ass. A released as a glow. The researchers used the compound called something something, which can be formed into nanoparticles as their pH. God damn it. Before embedding them in plants, the researchers coated the particles in silica, which protects the plant from damage, just like fake titties. The particles, which are several hundred nanometers in diameter, can be infused into the plants through the stomata, small pores located on the surface of leaves. The particles accumulate in a spongy layer called the something something, where they form a thin layer of film. The major conclusion of the new study is that whatever of living plants can be made to display these photonic particles without hurting the plant or sacrificing lighting properties and region for absorb. Yeah, I'm not gonna read any more of this fucking shit because more large words that I don't know about. But mind blower, because just think about it. As much as I love being outside, it would be even better if I could be outside and not have crazy light pollution from the fucking sky. Now, just like the plants can just be giving off like crazy lights and shit. I do have. They do say later on in the article that they do not think that that the nanoparticles they are putting into the plants actually have any sort of adverse effects on the plants. But obviously, this is just research, so you don't really know the larger scale of what might happen. But I thought that was pretty cool, the mind blowing of glowing plants. And oh god, I'm really not doing fucking good on transitions today. Oh, we're already fucking 24 minutes in. I bet ad break, and we'll be sending it pretty fucking quick from that middle screen. If you're listening, you have no idea what I just said, but ad break time. Double Dome Municipality, back at it again with another ad. This episode's ad is brought to you by Tommy Chong CBD. The world is full of CBD brands, but only one has the name Tommy Chong CBD. They got drops, topicals, gummies, soft gels. Obviously, why wouldn't you? From 750 milligrams full spectrum gummies to 250 milligram CBD muscle freeze gel. There's definitely something on this website that will pique your interest. Drops come from 3 different formulas. Some of the drops are full spectrum, good vibes, and nice dreams. They got 300 milligram versions all the way up to 3,000 milligram versions of the drops. So no matter who you are, there's a product for you. Check them out. wickedgood.xyz advertisers tab. You go to wickedgood.xyz, click on the advertisers tab. Bam, there you go. That's how the internet works. wickedgood.xyz advertisers tab. If you don't use that link, I don't make any money. Also, make sure to use Tommy20 when you check out. You get 20% off. So as long as that lasts, don't know when this episode will be coming out or airing. So there you go. Tommy20, wickedgood.xyz advertisers tab. There you go. That's the end of this ad. Back to the show.